Welcome to Perth. This is where the title was won and lost last season. Yeah, it was in this stadium behind me that I saw two really crucial games in the title race last season. Celtic beat St Johnstone here thanks to a last-minute winner. They conceded in the 93rd, then scored in the 95th to win the game. That was Georgios Giacomakis scored in that game to win it for Celtic. And then Rangers here lost, I think it was November last year, they lost 2-1, and it was sort of the beginning of the end for Giovanni van Bronckhorst then. And then give it a month or two, and I think Michael Beale had come in around then. But yeah, this was like the stage for, in my opinion, where the title was won and lost. Celtic won a massive game here and Rangers lost a really crucial one as well. So will this be the place where the title is won and lost again? Who knows? It remains to be seen, but we will see today. Obviously, it's St Johnstone versus Rangers, and a huge thank you to St Johnstone again, one of the most welcoming clubs to me here in Scotland. So these videos, as I say and have said before, are never a replacement for highlights. I like to capture the atmosphere, talk to the fans, and all that kind of stuff. So if you do want to see official highlights, all that kind of stuff, do go and check out all the St Johnstone socials. Check out Saints TV as well. They upload some great content. Right, let's go and check out McDiarmid Park, see if we can chat to some fans and see what today has in store.
Christopher and Josh.
Two big Rangers supporters.
Yep.
How would you say the season's gone so far?
Quite underwhelming. It's not been the best of starts.
Yep.
Obviously losing to Killie, losing to Celtic.
Especially the money you've spent as well.
Yeah, 6 million for Danilo. I mean, Rangers fans singing it's only 6 million, but still that is quite a lot. Yeah. Quite a lot of money for us.
And I know that like football fans can be very fickle, and you know, their mood can change quite quickly. Yeah. Twitter since the Celtic game has been. There's been a lot of like Beale out and things with Rangers fans I see. Like, what are your thoughts on the management?
I just think he has to go.
You think he has to go this early in the season?
I think he's running out of time now.
Right, okay. If you drop points then, for instance today, and Celtic were to win this weekend, like what would the fan base be like then?
They will be calling for the seed.
So you think even now there's pressure on him, even though he's obviously not even been here a year and the season's only just started, but you're still in the League Cup, Celtic are out of that.
Yep.
Would you take a cup double if it means you don't win the league?
No.
No, you'd rather win the league.
I would rather win the league.
And what about being in Europe as well then? You're obviously out of the Champions League, you're back in the Europa League.
League always comes first.
Yeah. But do you think you'd do better in the Europa League though? Than you would have done in the Champions League?
Yeah, definitely than the Champions League.
But would you rather be in the Champions League and lose all your games in that, or be in the Europa League and get to like the quarters or something?
No, I think it's Europa League because we need. I think the fans appreciate the. Like the enjoyment of football.
You need a run in Europe, I suppose, don't you? Yeah. And final question for you then: what's the score going to be today? Are you confident?
I'm confident, but not like. We're definitely going to win. But
I'm saying 2-0 Rangers.
2-0, okay.
I'm saying 3-1.
So both teams are really in desperate need of the points today. St Johnstone have only won one competitive game all season, and that was in the Scottish League Cup group stage back in July. I think it was Alloa away. We're in mid-September now. But despite their sort of poor form over the course of the season so far, they have drawn their last two games in the league, one of which was away to Celtic. So they are starting to pick up a little bit, 2 points like I say, but they are currently bottom of the league. Rangers manager Michael Beale is under pressure, so it's a really interesting game today. Both teams are in desperate need of some points.
Enjoyed yourself? Yeah, good, really good.
Cameron, top man, St Johnstone supporter.
Yes.
How's the season going? You're bottom currently, but last couple of results have been okay.
Yeah, we did play well against Dundee, but we fought back. Max McDiarmid, young boy.
Yes, he used to be at Kelty Hearts as well.
He did.
Good lad.
Yeah.
And your 2 games ago, you got a point at Parkhead.
Yes.
That was a great point. You're playing Rangers today. Do you think that St Johnstone sometimes play a bit better against some of the bigger teams? They like rise to the occasion a little bit?
Yeah, if we defend well from the back, we might get a break.
Okay.
Score a couple of goals, beat them last season.
And are you happy? Yeah, I was at that game last season. Are you happy with the change in manager as well?
I don't really know just now, because
remains to be seen, I suppose.
Yeah, he's not played well against Dundee, but he's brought in a lot of new boys, so we need to let them settle in first.
Yep, let them gel, and then before you can judge, I suppose. Yeah. And what's the score going to be today? Are you confident?
Yeah, 2-1 Saints.
Ian, the proper football returns after the international break. We're a few weeks into the season now. How do you see the Scottish Premiership shaping up so far?
I'm glad it's back anyway because, felt like a long 2 weeks that, but we've got the Premiership back and it's been an interesting start. Obviously Rangers with a couple of defeats already. I do think the Old Firm game on another day could have gone their way, or they could have got a point out of it, but obviously losing it, booed off, that's the way it goes in Glasgow, everyone knows that. Great opportunity to respond today and be interesting to see the team that is selected, because there's a few players that need to get their Rangers career going, and I don't think they need telling that after what happened in the last game. So it'll be a decent watch today, I think, for Rangers.
And this is an interesting place, especially last season. Celtic won a really crucial game here, the Giacomakis goal, and then Rangers obviously lost here in November. I feel like this was like the staging ground for some of the biggest games last season. Do you think we could see like a similar thing today for Rangers? Like it's a huge game for them, isn't it? They really need the points. Yeah, well, they beat Rangers and Giovanni Van Bronckhorst didn't see the month out. St Johnstone this season, a lot of new players, even more than Rangers. They've had 11 come in, probably 5, 6, 7 of them starting, and it's early days. I know they got a great result at Celtic Park, but Dundee probably should have won here last week. Great comeback at the end. I think this will be a tricky game for St Johnstone, even though Rangers have had a few issues. I think there's a few Rangers players waiting to click, and this could be the day that they do it. The fans will certainly be hoping so. And I'm not sure what the time is. I checked my phone now. It's 11 o'clock now. I don't think the teams will be out yet, but no. Do you know if there's rumblings of anyone starting? I don't know. I think it'd be pretty obvious that Rangers would probably make a few changes. I don't know how many. And maybe it's time for Danilo to start after coming on as a sub in the last 5, I think it was, as I tried to remember my prep from yesterday. He's probably due a start. He's had a couple of weeks to get his fitness up to speed, and we can see what he might do, because at the moment the strikers aren't really firing, and they have, as Michael Beale said yesterday, been creating the chances but just haven't put them away. So a few players, it's hard to come to a club like Rangers and hit the ground running. I mean, the same thing happened when Ange rebuilt Celtic, and quite a few of the players that he brought in did hit the ground running, but that doesn't happen. And he lost 3 in his first 6 league games. Exactly, it took him a while to get going, and I just think some of these players have been written off already, such as his life in Glasgow. But listen, we've got to find out soon whether they're good enough. It is over to them to show us. Adam, you've been on before. You're from PLZ Soccer, and mate, if you could just introduce yourself as well.
I'm Gabriel Antoniazzi from Radio Clyde. And
so obviously the international break's finished. How are you feeling going into the Premiership this weekend?
Well, I think our bubble was burst through the week with the Scotland-England result. Yeah, it wasn't great, but good to be back. Week football.
And how big is it today for Rangers specifically, just after what happened in that last game before the break?
Yeah, it's a massive game for Michael Beale. Obviously, you can see him down here on the pitch at the moment. I was actually here. We were speaking about earlier. St Johnstone last season, they beat Rangers 2-1, and they kind of spelled the end for his predecessor, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. He's got to make sure that if he doesn't want that fate to be his, he's got to win today. Obviously, a lot of Rangers fans unhappy. You haven't really seen scenes like that booing at the end of the Old Firm. But at the moment, he's confident. He's still got the backing of the board, of the players, but he's just got to start getting victories.
I don't think a win's enough for Rangers today. I think it needs to be a big performance. I think the Rangers fans have been waiting for a full 90-minute performance for all season, and it's still not arrived. So today, I think the Rangers fans will be wanting 3, 4 to win convincingly if he wants a bit of pressure alleviated from the manager.
Pack it out here as well. It's always a good away trip for them, not too far away. Pitch looks decent, so it's a perfect opportunity before Celtic play as well. Just got to see if they do it now. And how about St Johnstone? So they haven't had the best start to the season, but they have drawn their last 2, one being away to Parkhead as well. Do you think they can maybe nick something today?
I was really surprised at the result at Parkhead, because I've seen St Johnstone a couple of times this season. I was here for the 2-2 draw against Dundee. They got really lucky, really lucky. I mean, fair play, good character to come back into it. I like Steve McLean, I like some of the players, but Dundee should have ran away with it that day. Should have been 3 or even 4 before that. Missed a lot of chances. That's the only 2 goals they've scored this season. So, to be honest, I can't see St Johnstone causing Rangers any problems. I just think it's the top end of the pitch. If Rangers can't perform in that final third, they're going to struggle, as Celtic did against them at Parkhead.
Riley, mate, we meet again. We meet again here as well. This is where we met nearly this time last year. You didn't get the result you wanted this time last year, but do you think you get that today?
Hopefully.
Score? What do you reckon?
3-1.
And who's going to be the main man?
Tav.
Tav's going to be the main man
Yeah.
today. And it's your birthday today, isn't
Yeah.
it? And how old are you?
12.
Hey, everyone give him a big happy birthday in the comments below.
Cheers.
Have a good one, mate. Cheers. Rangers are ahead, but I think, is it Danilo who scored? I believe it is, he's down. Maybe a head injury as part of the goal, but look at this. 15 minutes in, that is what the Rangers fans needed. It's been a bit of a drab performance so far from them, but a cross in and a header from Danilo, and it is 1-0 to Rangers. So as you can hear, the Rangers fans are singing Danilo's name. Ready? It's Danilo. So they obviously love him. He's a good player. He cost 6 million. They're still singing his name, and he's been down for a good few minutes here. He won the header for the goal, and they're bringing a stretcher on. His last touch is going to be a goal by the looks of things. He's not got up once. Poor lad. I'm going to have to watch it back. You can't really see obviously when you're here and live and stuff. So. Yeah, it is 1-0 to Rangers. He's been down for about 4 minutes now. Do feel for him. He starts today, he scores, and he's going to have to come off with a head knock. Hopefully he won't be out too long for Rangers, but yeah, we shall see. Seema is coming on just now. Second half has just kicked off, and St Johnstone always with the best players in the business for the media people. I'll just show you just then, it was like a really small clip, but yeah, amazing play in the little media room, which is behind me up there. First half, Rangers 1-0 up, bit of a drab game, not too many chances from either side, although Danilo has scored and it is 1-0. There's been like a few stray passes from Rangers. The amount of money they've spent on this squad, you feel like they should really be blowing these teams away. And as just any sort of team in the sort of lower half of the Scottish Premiership, and as Adam said earlier in this video, Rangers fans will want a 90-minute performance, a big performance with a lot of goals. And I still think we're waiting for that here today. We're still waiting for like a click with that like front few players, especially the newer ones. Danilo's gone off, Seema's come on, but we'll see what the second half brings. There we go, that's Danilo's injury. CJ tweeting out the updates. Absolute legend, but yeah, look at that. That's why he's been forced off. Jesus. Saints have been the better side in the second half, look. Fair City Unity in the corner over there. The Ultras group, always give them a mention. Fantastic Ultras group. there we go, after not many chances today, it's now 2-0. Rabbi Matondo with the goal. And yeah, it's just been waiting for a chance. Rangers get that chance, they're not offside, Matondo's in, and fair play, it's a good finish, and it's 2-0. It's a lovely sunny day now after full time. Got the shades on, as you can see, Rangers fans all behind me there, trying to get selfies with the players as they come out onto the team buses. A bit of a boring game, but I'm glad we got it out of the way. Early kickoff, get me home, get this video up the same day potentially as well. So yeah, if I can get back and get some editing, that'd be amazing. But yeah, quite a drab game, so I'm just trying to make a video out of it. I was just like, oh no, is anything going to happen today? At least we saw a couple of goals. I'm sure the Rangers fans will be happy with the 3 points. I'd like to gauge your reaction in the comments, please, on the performance. How do you think they got on? A little bit underwhelmed by some of the performances out there, I'm not sure. Is it just important to get the 3 points? I suppose that's all that matters at the end of the day. But yeah, maybe you do need to see a 5-0, a 6-0 at some point. Just to remember what that thrashing feeling feels like. St Johnstone fans as well, still bottom of the table after another loss today. Like I said, you got 2 draws in your last 2 games and then a loss today. It's been a rough season for you so far. I really do like coming to St Johnstone. Always get an amazing reception from the fans, the people that work here. Again, Saints TV, do check them out. Go and give them a follow on socials as well. Well, things aren't going amazingly on the pitch, please just go and help them out off it by, you know, yeah, following their socials, like I say. So yeah, what a cool stadium. It's all starting to clear out a little bit now. Please do remember to subscribe if you aren't already. I often chat to people and they say to me, oh, I thought I was subscribed but I wasn't, and they check and they clicked it and now they are. So if that's you, please just check down below. If you're not subscribed, please do hit that button. I would really appreciate it. I'm so buzzing that the club football is back. Thank you so much for watching. I'll leave some videos on screen. I'll leave the 2 that I mentioned earlier, the Celtic St Johnstone and the Rangers St Johnstone, both from last season here, where I think the title kind of turned in both of those games. Yeah, both of those games went Celtic's way massively. So yeah, do check out those games from last season. I'll leave them on screen. Thank you so much and goodbye.